It's time. Hey, assistant coach, how are you guys doing? It's me, CaniSports. Look at that, man. A young Arsene Wenger returns to Arsenal. Now, you might ask yourself, Johnny, what's the point of rebuilding Arsenal? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? And what's the actual concept of this video? I think I might have just come up with a concept that you guys might absolutely love for future rebuilds as well, especially for some of the top teams out there. This has me so excited. If you are excited as well, make sure to smash that like button and let's get straight into it, my friends. Let me explain to you what my idea behind this is. On Transfermarkt, there's an amazing feature that I can follow through with and see where and at what times Arsene Wenger has bought specific players from specific clubs. You can see right here, he started off in 1996. On the 1st of December, he bought a player from Rotherham. What kind of impact does it have on this video, you might ask? Well, I am now going to be giving myself a rule from which every single calendar year, 1997 being the first one that we start off with, we get to pick and choose 3 teams that we can buy players from. As you can see, in his first season as an Arsenal coach, Arsene Wenger made some transfers from the likes of PSG, from Luton Town, Benfica, Le Havre, Southend United. You have Guingamp here, Ajax Amsterdam, AS Monaco, Sporting, ST Feucht. What the hell? Then he had a couple more coming in here with the likes of Selangor FC here as well, but that was the end of a loan. So every single season that we go into, we can go back in time, take a look at what clubs he has made transfers from, and choose 3 clubs to bring in players from for the current Arsenal squad. So we're going to base off this rebuild off of what Arsene Wenger has done back in the day. And I think that's going to be a class concept. I can't wait to see how this rebuild is going to be turning out, because I basically don't have as much control. It's all in Arsene Wenger's history hands. Let me put it that way. In Arsene Wenger's history's hands. There you go. By the way, what are these ads, bro? Talking about getting old and like put money to the side and all that. Get out of here. I didn't want to make this video because I felt like Arsenal needed a rebuild. I wanted to make this video because I personally think this concept is class, and we can do this with multiple teams that are some of the top teams out there, because at times this is going to limit us from bringing in top players into the club. Now, one rule that I also will be adding in is I have to get rid of any player in the team, because I am fully aware I am rebuilding a decent side here with lots of great talents in there, but this rebuild is more about Wenger than it is about Arsenal and their current players, and we want to have a challenge ahead of ourselves. So we are going to be getting rid of a couple of these players for sure. As soon as I can, I need to bring in players from the 3 clubs that I will be choosing for this first season. I'm not too sure on what I want to go for. I will make my decision in a bit, but the budget is going to be around 78 million to begin with. And one more rule that I will give myself here, I am going to go ahead and release a bunch of the top rated players right now. So every single player that you see right here that I can get rid of before the team is actually empty, I will get rid of. So be prepared for a complete clear out of this Arsenal team up until like the 80 rating, I would say. So every single player that is 80 and above rated will be left out of the squad without bringing in any money for their transfers. Anyone below that can be put onto the transfer list to recuperate some of the funds to then go out there and bring in some better players. Not better players, but players from those clubs that we're going for. I'm basically making up the rules as we go, but I still believe this is going to be class, because this is a completely different challenge that I've never done before, and it genuinely has me excited. The club clear out has happened. Guys, we barely have any players left. As you can clearly tell, Arsenal is down to its bare bones, and apparently no one wants to sign Xhaka because I've not been able to get rid of this guy. Every 80 and above rated player has left the club, and I can show you right now who we have sold. So some of the biggest talents of the club are gone. Smith Rowe, Martinelli, Saliba, Torreira is gone, We have Bellerin gone. We have Holding gone. All these players have left and brought in cash. So the budget to start off with is going to be 213 million. That might sound like a lot, but you have to realize that we basically have no team to compete in the Premier League. And it's going to cost me a lot of money to get 11 players to start playing. But we're going to start off with the first season's transfers of Arsene Wenger. I'm going to choose 3 clubs. Let's begin with club number 1 and the transfers attached to it. We are starting with going back to the Anelka transfer, PSG. Yes, Paris Saint-Germain. That is the first club that we're going to go to. Abdou Diallo is coming in as a centre-back. After I've shown you all the transfers that we have brought in, I will show you for how much that we brought them all in for as well. But Diallo takes over that left centre-back position, coming in from PSG. And since I only have 3 clubs to choose here, I have to get multiple players from those clubs for now. But as I'm making these choices, I'm making sure that I'm not just necessarily only going for the young kids, because I want to have the options of bringing in new players in the upcoming seasons as well, and not just only building up insane players that we buy in the first season and we keep them until the end as well. Because you guys love transfers, I love transfers. I want to have multiple seasons in which we are building, and some of these players that we're buying now might turn into backups in the later parts of this video. But we start off with PSG. Abdou Diallo is the first one. The second one is an experienced Argentinian. Leandro Paredes comes into the squad. One of my absolute favorites. When you look back on some of my content back in the day, I used to take insane long shots with this guy. Back when he was a huge talent, I was in love with this man on FIFA. So I'm very excited to have the opportunity to use him again. It seems like he still has that long shot ability. 88 shot power, 77 long shots. Comes in as a central defensive midfielder into the team. Still has kept the 4-star side of himself, which I appreciate as well. After PSG, the second team we are going to is Sporting. And here's the reason as to why. At first, I actually went for Benfica, made a couple of transfers. Then I realized that it wasn't actually a transfer that Wenger made in that season. This is something that we have to keep in mind as well. It was a player coming back from loan. So that doesn't work as a transfer. But as a left midfielder, Wenger brought in Luis Boamorte from Sporting at that time, and we need a new goalkeeper. And the new goalkeeper that we're going to bring in is Sporting's Antonio Adan. He takes over that goalkeeping position, bringing in a lot of experience into the squad. And I had to basically get those Benfica players that I did and then swap them out and include them into the deals to get things done. I have no money left in the team. Just a heads up, we have spent every single penny of the 200+ million that we had left, and we still haven't been able to fulfill the entire team. We still have a couple of Arsenal originals in the squad, which I think you guys won't mind, because as soon as the second season comes in, we'll be replacing them as well. But Adan is a big boy. Experience coming into the squad through him. Then we have brought in an Englishman back into the squad. Marcus Edwards joins into the team from Sporting as well. A 77 rated right winger who has a lot of promise in him, but doesn't necessarily have the highest potential. So he's going to be a very important part of this team for this season, a starting lineup player. A massive downgrade from Saka, of course, but Marcus Edwards will hopefully be capable of pulling off this job on that right-hand side. And then as the man leading the squad, Paulinho, 28-year-old, 79 rated, absolutely no potential in him. But we are bringing in a man that can lead this squad with his experience up front, like Adan will do at the back for the team. I am fully aware this is not one of the most exciting signings, but it presented itself as a perfect opportunity for us to go after. So Sporting's Paulinho coming into the team as well, and hopefully will do a good job. I have one more transfer from Sporting though. I think it's the team that I bought most of the players from. The last one I brought in is Bruno Tabata. This one is actually for the bench. This is not someone that I brought in to jump into the starting lineup immediately, even though he easily could have. But the third team that I've chosen had a player that I desperately wanted to bring in for at least one season. So Tabata will be the backup to that man that you will see in just a second. But I think this is a great signing for the future as well. Bruno Tabata from Sporting comes in as a backup for the winger position. Can play on both sides, which is a good thing. So let's get to the big part. Overmars, back in the day, was signed by Arsene Wenger for 7.5 million from Ajax. And he is opening up the doors for us to join into that Ajax squad. And not join, but look into it and bring in the players that we want. So Edson Alvarez is going to be playing alongside Leandro Paredes in that position as the more defensive option. Not like a box-to-box like Leandro tends to be. But Edson Alvarez is going to be a class center defensive midfielder coming into the team. And now you know exactly who I might have brought in for that left wing from Ajax. Some of you might be thinking, oh, he brought in Anthony. This is going to be boring. No. I brought in experience. The former Southampton player, right? If I'm not mistaken, Dusan Tadic used to play for Southampton. And then he went over to Ajax and turned into one of the most high-scoring or highest scorer point getting players already, taking all the free kicks, all the corners, getting goals, getting assists. Dusan Tadic, 32 years old, 84 rated at the peak of his career right now, and we wanted to bring him in. He is going to be playing on that left wing spot, which I'm excited about. Once again, not necessarily a young talent, but a player with experience that didn't cost us so much. We had to play with the budget as well, right? We had to make sure that we had the perfect budget for the perfect amount of players, or for the most amount of players that I can bring in. So bringing in someone like Anthony would have set us back like 80, 90 million. So someone like Dusan Tadic presented itself like a better option for us. And I'm excited about that, but he's not the last one from Ajax. This is the last player from Ajax. Steven Berghuis coming into the squad as well has me excited. Yet another player that once again doesn't have the highest upside, but comes in with a good rating to do well this season in the Premier League. And what I'm hoping from this team now, after all these signings have been made, after Wenger has gone through his old transfers, let me show you here. We have brought in the likes of Everton at first from Benfica. Then I realized that Benfica deal was wrong. I spent 40 million on this, which was an absolute mess then at the end. And then I offered Everton, who's worth 40 million, for a player who's worth 9 million here in Tabata in a swap deal to make up for that mistake. So instead of Benfica, we have gone with Sporting there. I have brought in Paulinho for Darwin Núñez plus 10 million. Darwin Núñez would have been incredible for this team. And I had brought in Vlaho Dimos as well and then swapped him out for the Adan deal. So some teams out there got some really good deals for themselves. They're going to be very happy about some of those. I am just very happy to look at this team right now and say, I have confidence with this one. We can do well, but I don't expect us to be world beaters. We have some great players in a squad that have a lot of experience, right? Which I will give the captaincy to Tadic here. He brings in some of the most experience in this squad, so I'm looking forward to see how he does. Ben White and Tomiyasu and Tavares have survived until now. We need more money to be able to replace them, so those boys will be helping us out for at least one more season. But all the other lads have come in from PSG, Ajax, and Sporting. This has me excited. Now the first season, let's kickstart it. I highly doubt we can finish in the European spots, but if we can, I'd be very pleased with that. The first season is coming to an end very, very soon, and I'm excited to see how have Wenger's boys done. I absolutely love this new concept, guys. Obviously, it's something that we can work on, so if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments down below. But most importantly, what coach should we do this with next? I personally am thinking about Mourinho all the time for Chelsea. I think that'd be quite interesting to see. Because like a club clear out over there, everyone 80 and above gets basically listed away and not sold, but like released. And then with the rest of the money that we have available, we have to completely rebuild a new squad. That would be quite fun to do as well. But as you can clearly tell here, we have our difficulties in the Premier League as we speak. And it hasn't been an easy journey. Lots of losses, lots of wins. Where does that put us? Oh, did not expect that. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. Didn't think we would finish 5th. We are right on the same amount of points as Spurs. They have 24 on their goal difference. We are on 13. That's obviously going to be a big objective to finish ahead of Spurs every single season. The first one we finish below them, so that's something to keep in mind. Liverpool nowhere to be seen in the top 4. They are in the 7th position, only 2 points behind us though. So there was quite a battle going on for the European spots. I think that's Europa League, right? That is Europa League guaranteed for our team, which is good. That should give us a nice boost to the budget in the upcoming season because we have 0 right now to spend on anything apart from like contracts. So no top 4, but a very good finish. I wonder who has done well. Dusan Tadic has gone down to an 83. Tabata has gone up to a 79. Lokonga is up to a 78, but he's not important to us. He's just going to be a backup, if anything. And the same goes for the likes of Ben White and Tomiyasu. Those guys have to leave the team. But Edwards up to an 83. Berkus, did he come in as an 84? No, he actually went up. I'll take that. Paulinho has gone up +1. Alvarez, nice. Paredes, I think that's a +1. I think he was 80 rated. Tavares, well done for you. We will have to get rid of you as well. It's good to see, though, that the players that we want to get rid of have grown so we can get some money for them. Diallo up to an 80. Adan, 82. That's a good season. That's a very good season. Some of these guys could easily be pushed onto the bench next year. But who has performed? Who has gotten us into the top 5 here? Paulinho, 18 and 5. This would never be a player that I would use in any video. So I think this video gives me the opportunity to use these players. That's great. I think that's amazing. So if you guys do support the video, if you hit that like button, this is something I would love to do more often. So Paulinho coming in with the 18 and 5. Tadic with the 17 and 8. Berkus with the 15 and 5. Edwards has done well for himself. Paredes has been solid. And Diallo got 2 goals and 5 assists from centre-back. That is quite impressive from now the 26-year-old, I believe. And as you know, we have no money. But now, finishing in the top 5, give me that cash. And what clubs can we actually go ahead and sign players from? That's more important. Oh, God. So, guys, we have an issue. 1998, Arsene Wenger has signed players from the likes of Lugano. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that? I guess we could go ahead and bring in a player from Saint-Etienne. That's the only team. 1998, Saint-Etienne. Lugano, don't even know if that team even exists anymore. And then we have Halmstad's BK for Ljungberg. I can't bring in any player from there. We have Crystal Palace. That's another loan ending. And then after that, it's already 1999. We can only make signings from Saint-Etienne this year. Oh, mate. I mean, luckily they have 1 or 2 decent talents, but I don't know if those guys can make it into the team. So, whew, let's see if we can make anything out of that. 8.7 million in this season here from the preseason tournament. 138 million, and I can only spend it on Saint-Etienne. You know what? We might as well look at these players together, my friends. So let's go over to Ligue 1 and see what kind of options we would have. Saint-Etienne have some decent players in there, especially talents. I just wonder, like, Aoshish, I like a lot. He's a great talent, so we're going to shortlist him potentially. Camara is a decent one that I personally like as well, so we could bring him in as a backup player. But I am not seeing anyone in here that could potentially be an option for the starting lineup. It's looking bad. Like, it's looking really bad. Maybe Mokudi, he could be an option, maybe. Nordin here is a decent winger that we could bring in as well, but my god, the options are quite awful. So actually, at the end of the day, guys, we made more transfers than I thought we would make, but it was the way that we needed to go. So because we need to get rid of the originals. So Mokudi comes in for Ben White. That's a -7 downgrade for the starting lineup. Kamara comes in as a backup CDM. El Neni is leaving us anyways. Aoshish is coming in as a backup winger now, which has me excited. I think this guy is a decent talent. Is it Aoshish or do you say Oshish? Do you say his name like that? Let me know in the comments down below if you are from France. Masson or Macon is coming in into that right back position, which is again a massive downgrade. So rather than getting better this season, I feel like we've gotten worse. That's not necessarily what I was looking forward to achieve here. But that is the rule. That's the rule set. And because I have the money, I have to make the moves. And these are the ones that made sense. So Mokudi takes over centre back. Makol comes in, takes over the right back position. And then we brought in a bunch of backups in Oshish, Kamara. And yeah, man, that's it. That's how it's going to go. Anyone else that's not going to be used, especially the high-rated players like Tomiyasu and all the other boys that are going to take away playtime from the players that we have now put in, they have to leave the squad. But let's see how the season goes. I highly doubt that we will finish in European spots now for some reason. I just feel like it's not going to happen. Too many old players, and I just need to get to next season so I can buy some Inter players. At the end of the season, no Europa League final, as it was to be expected, my friends. We failed against Olympique Lyon out of all the teams to play against. I'm currently actually watching Chelsea and also the Juventus versus Villarreal game. Champions League is on. Love it. Watching it all the time now. And Kai Havertz scored a goal as Lukaku was put onto the bench. Guys, we finished 6th. That's Europa League again, if I'm not mistaken. I will take that. I'm not overly excited about 6th, but if you consider that we have downgraded the team, I guess it's all right. Paulinho, 82. Berkus up to an 84. Tadic, we have to take him out slowly. Paredes down to an 81. He had an injury this season. Alvarez, though, up to an 85. Let's go. Edwards, 85. Diallo, 82. Tavares, oh, he needs to go. Mokudi here, 77 rated. And the right back up to a 78. Adan at an 81. This next season is huge. We need to make some massive transfers. And hopefully the budget is just going to be as big as it is right now, if not bigger, because I need to make some massive signings to take this team to the next level. Our centre attacking midfielder, the 31-year-old, has done well for himself. Paulinho, 19 and 4. I will take that. Tadic, now 34 years old, still doing bits. Edwards, 12 and 3. Tabata off the bench, coming in and getting some goals as well. Paredes, only 29 games, but 9 goals, 9 goal contributions from CDM. I will take that. And Oshish coming in and doing well. Ooh, up to an 80 already. Okay, I see you, Oshish. So there's going to be a battle for that left wing, unless we bring in someone who's going to be higher rated for the wings, which I would be tempted to if we do have a lot of money to spend. But again, apart from Inter, I actually don't know which teams we can buy players from. So, top 6. Here we go. European football is going to be returning, which should mean the money should remain around this club. So as I mentioned before, we have some big clubs to buy players from. Oh, thank you so much, Arsene Wenger. In 1999, at the top of the list, you have Nwankwo Kanu. Oh, Kanu. I don't know his first part of the name, but we all know Kanu. Came in for 6.2 million at the time. Then they also brought in a player from Bordeaux. That's a decent option to have. We have Corinthians, who sadly aren't licensed, so that is an L. We have Real Madrid, Davor Suker. Oh, yes. Mate, we have some great options there. We have Dynamo Kiev as well as an option that we can buy players off. Juventus, Thierry Henry. Juventus could be an option as well for us. And then it goes into the 2000s. So a bunch of big teams. Inter, Bordeaux, Juventus, Real Madrid. You know exactly what we need. We need Inter, Real Madrid, and Juventus. Let's go after it. So the budget is going to be very important here because we're going to go for players from big clubs. Yes. Okay. I can work with that. That's for sure. Now, the players that I might want to keep, I mean, it doesn't even matter. Whoever stays, right? And whoever doesn't look good enough will be moved to the bench and still used because I have a limited amount of players that I can buy all the time. And I think we have some great options here. Oshish and Kamara have done a great job in becoming good backups for the club, which I'm very satisfied with. Certain players have left the club as well by now, but I think the oldies, like Tadic, for example, he probably will have to be replaced. For a left winger, 59 pace ain't good enough. Berkus here, we might have to get out of him, and the Paulinho situation as well. Paredes is probably like 29. We can give another season to Paredes, but it all depends on the budget. The left back position is the number one that I need to replace because it's the last Arsenal player. Goalkeeper as well. If we can, we need to bring in someone in there. So many decisions to be made. This transfer window is going to be a mental one. Let's dive into it. Enough talking. The transfers are done. Some oldies, but also some youngsters have moved into the club. Szczesny. Am I right in saying that he was actually an Arsenal goalkeeper at one point? He comes back into the team for 19.3 million. The biggest transfer so far that has been made possible by the option of Inter being available. Obviously, by the way, guys, all these players that we are bringing in that first season that we started off career mode in, that like every time you turn on FIFA, when you go to the teams, they have to be in that team in the first season. They can't be in that team later on. At least that's how I want to do it. If I'm paying attention to the rules, that's the plan. And that is why Moise Kean is still counted as a Juventus player. So Moise Kean has come into the club after his loan deal in that first year at Juventus, which makes him eligible for this video. I wanted to bring him in instead of Vlahovic because I've had Vlahovic in one of my earlier videos like a couple of weeks ago. So I wanted to go for Moise Kean instead. He comes in for 50 million. His contract was running out. He is actually quite high rated, which has me excited. But the Barella signing is massive. Then we have brought in two Real Madrid players. Ferland Mendy, the guy that everyone loved to use in career mode for a little while and now kind of stopped, at least from my knowledge. It's the first time that I get to try him again. Alaba comes in as a 31-year-old to improve that centre-back position for us, which has me excited as well. Nuno Tavares has gone, Berkus has gone, Nketiah has left, Nelson has left. Dusan Tadic has gone for 34 million at his age. Adana has gone for 3.1. Paulinho has gone for 29.9. So that now, my friends, puts together this team right here. Alaba comes in instead of Mukodi. He takes over that, I would say, right centre-back position for now. One of the best all-round players, really, to bring in as a centre-back. Barella is being turned into a centre-attacking midfielder to play in that position ahead of Alvarez and Paredes, who is going to be replaced soon. Oshish takes over that left midfield position now, so good luck to him. Let's see how he does, because as far as I know, this kid has like 80 potential, but he's already up to an 81, so we'll take that. And just generally speaking, guys, this team is looking so much better. I fully expect us to finish in Champions League places. So after the budget has been adjusted and after things have gone our way, I think this season could be the one. Szczesny coming in with the 86 rating as well. I'm fully aware that he might go down, but honestly, do I care? I really don't. I think we have a good chance of being successful this season. Ah, mate, Europa League, we lose against Wolfsburg. I thought I made the right signings for us to be able to compete for a trophy in the Europa League, but I'm also seeing some weird results here in the month of April in the Premier League. We better finish in the top four. The team that we have needs to play in the top four or finish in the top four. I would be very disappointed. We have brought in so much experience into the team now from three of the biggest clubs, like some of the biggest clubs in Europe. And we finish 6th. You have to be joking. You can't be serious. How's that even a thing? Like, how did we finish in the 6th position? Why? Look at that team. What is this game doing? Why did we finish so bad? We had Keane on 24-3, great season. Barella 21-15, incredible. Edwards, great. Oshish did all right. Paredes with 11 assists. How did... I don't understand. Let me see. Has anyone played that shouldn't have played? Is that the issue? I'm just looking through it right now. I don't see anyone that shouldn't have played. So why did we suck so bad? We have such a great striker, an amazing centre attacking midfielder, an incredible right winger, an incredible CDM. A beast of a centre-back who grew at the age of 31. Diallo, who has gone up a little bit. Mendy up to an 88. Szczesny up to an 87. How is this possible? How do we not improve? I'm shocked, man. I'm genuinely shocked at the sight of the end of this season. Oh, mate. I highly doubt that we will have access to big teams like that again. Oh, man. We might have bottled our chance. This next season, if I can't finish top 4, man. Oh, God. Top scorers. None of our players in the top 5. Barella and Moise Kean, 6 and 7. Lots of work ahead, it seems. Let's chase it. Well, guys, the year 2000 is a bit of a shambles from what I can see right now, right? We see a signing for Mallorca, Loren, coming in for 10.7 mil. We see Robert Pires coming in from Olympique Marseille, which might be my only hope of making a decent signing. So Marseille is a big one. Mallorca, I think they have Kubo and the other Korean guy. Obviously, Kubo being Japanese. The other one was Korean. Kangin Lee, there we go. That came to my mind just now. We have a Skonto from Letland. I don't even know what that country's name is in English, but Letland, that's what it's called in German. The page is in German right now, as you guys can clearly tell. And when we do look forward into the 2000s again, we have Bordeaux. So we have Bordeaux and Olympique Marseille. The rest is pretty much useless. So we only have 2 teams to buy players off, and we just gotta hope that they had some talents that now are high rated. Especially Marseille could have some good ones. The question that needs answering, though, is going to be what's the budget? So can we buy some of the best players? I mean, 117 million is obviously not as big as the seasons before, because I gotta be honest, that last season is a huge disappointment considering what type of team we have. But I think I could still make like 2 good signings. If it's not for the starting lineup, I at least hope to bring in some players for the bench. The decisions have been made and we have gone for Marseille. Bordeaux could not offer anything. Kaletakar, a new centre-back to basically go in contention with Diallo. He is in the same rating, but might have a little bit more upside. I'm not too sure. We'll see how it goes. After he signed, his value went up, so that gives me hope. Camara coming in for 54 million plus Paredes to take over that CDM position to play alongside Alvarez now. So now we have 2 very, very good actually defensive CDMs, which hopefully will lead to more success in this season. I am still in shock about that last season. Caleta hopefully will do well. He comes in as a right centre-back. Alaba can play as the left centre-back. Other than that, man, this team is great. Honestly, this team is just class. I don't know how we have not been able to be as successful as we should have been, but it is what it is, guys. We still have 21 million to spend, and it just comes to my mind that I should probably bring in one more player. I don't know how much he will cost me, but this is another Olympique Marseille player. We do need a backup striker. That's something that I just realized as I was looking through the team. Let me just double check here. Yeah, we only have Moise Kean. We need more backups in that position. And I'm just going to see if I can get rid of any players that I don't necessarily need. I don't think I can. So let's go ahead and offer them 15 million. Let's hope that's going to be all right. Oh, wasted time. All right. So I guess there's not going to be a backup striker. He was the only one I could think of. And that one fell through immediately. The 2025 season. Let's see how this one goes. Europa League, man, I'm confident. I'm confident we're beating everyone. Liverpool has been beaten. Stade Rennais has been beaten once. Has been beaten twice. A 5-0 victory. I would love to win that title. Oh, no, Chelsea. Oh, no. 1-1. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. All good. All good, guy. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It was clear as night and day, man. It was not gonna work out. Again, we get beaten in Europa League, and we are taking bad results in the league as well. If this team doesn't finish in the top 4, I'm gonna be so angry. Please, Arsene Wenger didn't come back to Arsenal for this. There we go. All right, top 3 Champions League secured. Oh, please, Arsene, tell me that you made some good signings in that next year that we're going to look at. We need some big boy teams to possibly boost this team even more. There are still a couple of positions that need to be improved, but a lot of players have done really well for themselves. 75 goals scored, 40 conceded, 35 and a goal difference. Not too shabby. Now, the team itself, 89, 91, 91. Well, wow. Oh, sheesh, is up to an 87. Why? And how? Kamara, 87. I'll take that. Alvarez, 89. Caleta, 85. I told you his value went up. That's great. The right back is still an 84. Might be the issue in the team. And it seems like stamina-wise, he can't handle it at the moment, even though he has 90 stamina. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's pushing forward too much. And the same might be an issue for Alaba, but still, very happy with him still at his age being at an 87. That's ridiculous. Didn't we get him at like an 85? How's this guy still growing? Mendy on an 89, Chesney on an 87, and the bench, you can tell we have some quality there. Tabata 83, Diallo 84, Mokodi up to a 78 now. We just needed that backup striker, and I honestly believe that might have been an issue this season. So not getting Dieng has probably cost us a little bit, because that guy coming off the bench to score was necessary. Moise Kean, 22 and 5. Could have had some of those goals that he missed in that guy coming off the bench, which is going to be something that we need to do for the next season for sure. Edwards, incredible season. Barella, very, very nice. 20 and 14. I'll take that from Cam any day. Oshish, 10 and 6. Mendy, 7 and 6. Kamara, 6 and 8. Great season. Lots of great performances for a lot of the players. And finishing in the top 3 is no easy feat in the Premier League. So I'll take this and I'll move on with it. Most goal involvement from Barella in this season. Congratulations to him. This next year is massive. Champions League football is coming. Money is coming. Where did Wenger go in his career? Let's see. Oh, this is going to be spicy, because now we got to the controversial one. Sol Campbell from Tottenham, if anyone remembers. Everton, Francis Jeffers. Then we have Glasgow with Giovanni van Bronckhorst. Man, I still remember that insane goal he scored for Netherlands. Sao Paulo is not going to be possible, but the year 2001 consists of at least 3 very decent clubs here. Tottenham, Everton, and Glasgow. I'm going to make use of that. Thank you, Arsene, for going ahead and buying players from your rivals right there. That has me very excited. I mean, not technically buying. I mean, he basically came for no fee, right? But still, I'm going to count that as Tottenham because, you know, we got to spice it up a little bit right here. And I'm excited about that. Buying a player off Tottenham. How crazy would it be to just get Harry Kane and put him up top? Aren't there pictures of Harry Kane in an Arsenal kit as a young kid? I think there are, right? I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to get him now. I don't think I will. I'm happy with Moise Kean. But generally speaking, that's an interesting one. Ideally, I want to upgrade that defense. And I do think Spurs has some good options there for us to get involved with. So that has me kind of excited. Centre back, right back. We could make some good moves right there. So, yeah, let's see what the other ones offer as well. Everton has some great players as well that could be very high rated at this point. And Glasgow has some decent talents. Well, guys, Masson or Macron, whatever his name is, he's actually growing. Yes, he is growing for the rest of the season. I checked his development plan and realized that's the position where we need to think about it the least. So, Spurs, I'm sorry, but we have brought in Romero. Just like Sol Campbell, we are bringing in a centre-back from Spurs. And it's going to be mad in the comments. But this guy's class. He's amazing. And I think he's a great centre-back. So he's going to play alongside Alaba for this season. I honestly think we should be pushing for the Champions League final this season. I believe in it because this team is class. And if some of these players keep on growing, we're going to have Keane at a 90. Maybe even this guy at a 90. Alvarez could get to the 90. Mendy could be a 90 rated player at that point, and this guy will probably be like 86, 87 rated. If Chesney can hold his rating, there's a good chance. So we have brought in Romero. That's not the only one though. If you go down to the bench, you see a bunch of Rangers players. Morelos finally coming in as a backup striker to Moise Kean. I think he's going to do a great job. Hadji also coming in as a substitute for the wings. So I'm pretty satisfied with those signings. I'm going to change Tabata to a left winger so the game knows who plays where and who is supposed to be substituted for which position. And Caleta goes down to the bench. So the deals have been made, and I can show you right now how much I had to pay for certain players to come into our club. I actually paid 65 plus Diallo for Romero, 40 for Hadji, which I definitely overpaid on. Morelos, 22. And that is it. This team, at this point, I'm expecting big things. Like, come on, lads. We gotta be up there fighting for titles. If I remember correctly, Wenger and his boys never really won a European trophy. So this would be quite clutch for us to get Mr. Wenger to that title. I think we are through into the next round. The first game was a win, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't see us being as dominant as I would like to see us. Yes. Another Premier League side. I think we just drew against Chelsea in the league. This is the semi-finals. Is it happening? Oh my, 5-0. Yes. Come on then. PSG. Oh, it's perfect. The French club against the French manager. It couldn't be better. An AS Monaco coach now up against PSG in the Champions League final. Arsenal. The tactics of following the history of Arsene Wenger and his transfers has worked. Maybe something they should consider. Let's dive into it, guys. Moise Kean 91, Getting, Barella 93, Oshish up to an 89, Kamara 89, Alvarez 91, Edwards 93. Incredible. And I told you, this guy is growing up to an 87. Romero, 89 rated. Alaba, 86. A -1 from his rating before. Should Caleta be playing or should Alaba be playing? Now, Alaba is just better, but physically, Caleta is better as well. Ooh, you know what? I'm going to go with experience on this one. Caleta is going to be a backup. This might be the first time where we actually have put a lot of thought into like the backups as well. Mendy, by the way, 91 rated. Szczesny has held himself at an 86. I appreciate that. Morelos and Tabata and Haji and all these boys have hopefully helped the team to perform, because I thought that would make the difference this year. Before we actually go into the individual stats, how do we do in the Premier League? Is this going to be a double season? Like a double title win? Yes! Come on, man. Arsenal on 90 points. Nepenthes would be proud. 87 goals scored, 43 conceded, 44 on the goal difference. We scored a bunch. Who did it? It was, of course, Moise Kean, 36 and 4, 40 goal contributions in that season. Edwards has been incredible all the way along. Marcus Edwards, 20 and 12. Barella 18 and 10, Oshish with the 14 and 11, Mendy 7 and 3, Morelos coming in and only playing 10 games apparently, and getting himself 5 goals. But Haji has helped off the bench, as you can clearly tell right there, especially in the Champions League. 8 games, 3 goals, 1 assist. I appreciate that, pal. The right back has done well. Kamara has done exceptionally well with 12 assists there. Guys, we're going to step into it now. Arsenal has done it. Champions League finalists. I am ready for this one. This is going to be so much fun. PSG is going to come in with who? Mbappe, Neymar. No surprise. Oh, Doku. Ooh, okay. He could be very high rated now. McTominay, Madison. That's a weird midfield with Tonali in the middle of them too. Tejes, Araujo, Marquinhos, Hakimi, Donnarumma. It's a solid squad. So I just made a massive mistake when it comes to the Arsenal career mode that we have done so far. It's the fact that I actually overwrote it with another career mode. And yeah, I had to go through like getting everyone to the exact same rating again in our team. So everyone, if I'm not mistaken, is on the exact same rating with the same stats that we had in the rebuild so far. And only the opponent changed. We're up against Real Madrid instead of PSG now. So just a heads up to you guys out there, in case you're going to be like, wait, wasn't he supposed to play against PSG? Yes, I was. But then I recorded another video and overwrote the save that I had with that career mode save. And every single thing was gone. Thankfully, though, I had footage to look back on and see the exact stats of the players. So nonetheless, it's time for the Champions League final for the young Wenger. And instead of PSG, it's Real Madrid, which I actually kind of prefer here. No, I don't prefer it, because PSG would have been a French club. So that would have been kind of nice. But nonetheless, guys, I'm sorry about that mistake. Still, Champions League finalists, though. Roberto Carlos, man, one of my favorite players. One of my absolute favorite players of all time. I absolutely love Roberto Carlos, but It's enough talking about Roberto Carlos. We're up against Real Madrid with some incredible players in their squads. And our team, as you know, has some great talent in there that we have built up until now based on the story of Arsene Wenger and his transfers he has made in the past. I loved this video idea, so let me know if you guys want to see more of this in the comments down below. And, of course, most importantly, by smashing the hell out of that like button. Oh, Mendy, come on. I know you're up against your former team, but that's got to be better. Go on, Mendy. That's much better. Moise Kean. Moise Kean, look at that strength. Look at the pace. Moise Kean hits the crossbar. Ah, mate, that was unreal. And we hit it again. Over to the right. Here comes Edwards. Far post. I see an option. We jump. We head it. We score. Camara, the captain, scores the goal in the 8th minute of the game. And he does the Lingard. Wait, isn't that the Lingard celebration? Why does he do the Lingard celebration? Hey, new thing found out immediately. Boubacar Kamara is a huge Jesse Lingard fan. Unreal. Lads, that's a quality header. He's the captain for a reason. He's the only player in the team that has the leadership trait. Arsene Wenger on the sidelines is sadly wearing that big jacket and ruining his outfit that I had for him. But Boubacar Kamara starts off the Champions League final with a banger after Moise Kean felt incredible getting past defenders. But this is on ultimate difficulty. And everything what's it called? Competitive mode and everything is turned on. So we got to be careful here. Yes, we're up 1-0, but that doesn't mean anything against the AI on this level. Unless you can do stuff like this. Unless you can do stuff like this. Oh, come on. Let's be careful here. Let's be very careful here. There we go. Well done. The defense is looking good. Barella wants Edwards to make a diagonal run inside. He gets that run now. We see Camara. Camara has options. Oshish down the wings. The thing with Oshish is he isn't the fastest player. So again, as you have seen before as well, all these players are basically around the same ratings and the same stats exactly. I went through every single one. So I spent another, I would say at least half an hour or maybe even an hour going ahead and getting this team to where it used to be and getting every single player to the rating that was necessary to make it feel like we haven't lost out on anything. But Real Madrid moving forward now with Camavinga, who is doing some bits there. Camavinga, nice skill moves. Camavinga misses his chance. Wow. That attack was all him, wasn't it? There we go, Caleta. By the way, Alaba is not in the team. Just a heads up, it is Caleta instead. So after rebuilding the squad, for some reason, Alaba was bought by a different team. As I was getting into the same position as we were in before, or at least building towards it, one player was sadly picked up and then couldn't return him on time because... yeah, he was gone right when I simulated towards the Champions League final. Barella gets it into Moise Kean. The two Italians working together well. Wow, this guy has so much pace on him. Over to Edwards. Another header would have been it. But you can clearly tell that heading is not the strength of Edwards. Moise Kean. Barella needs to help him out. Second half begins with these two lads making great runs. Oh, the Italians are working together. Just like the first half. It's Moise Kean being involved, but it's Barella this time running through that defense. The double-tapped passes worked to perfection. Everyone is celebrating once again. Look at the 1-2s in between the two here. Moise Kean, man, he's impressive. He's very impressive at this stage of his career. Really enjoying him at that striker position. I think I used Moise Kean before in different videos where I had him quite high rated as well, but definitely did not enjoy him as much as I am doing right now. The combinations between him and Barella looked quality, and Ancelotti is reacting immediately. 52nd minute, Benzema coming off. Wow. Okay. Real now putting on the pressure a little bit more than before. I would assume that they are really desperate now to move forward, and we use that to our advantage. Edwards over to mate, that was for Moise Kean at the far post, and the cross just goes to the man in the middle, which wasn't necessarily something I wanted. Caleta now chasing down Valverde. Great tackle. Wow, I love that. That looked class there. Oshish down the wing. Oh, what a terrible pass inside. I expect a little bit more there. Young ARSENE Wenger is about to win his first European trophy with Arsenal, right? I think. Or have they won the Super Cup? Have they won that one? I don't actually know. Alvarez? Nope, that didn't happen. I mean, how would they win the Super Cup if they didn't win a European trophy? I know for a fact that Arsenal played in a cup final against Galatasaray and lost that one, right? That's the one that I know of. I don't know if Arsene ever actually played... Oh, hold on. In a different final as well. Oh, I thought he was about to cross there. There we go. Handball, but we'll take it. Barella sees the fullback coming in now. Oh, this is a great run. I see room in the center to go after. Moise Kean does not score that from 5 yards out. Come on. Real. Mendy. Yes, I love it when slide tackles work out, man. It just looks quality, doesn't it? That's a great ball. Oh, can you find that on the left? No. That was the run I wanted, but not the pass I needed. Caleta. Real Madrid making... What the hell just happened there then? Go on, stop him. Toni Kroos. Back heels. Nice moves. Passes inside. I legit can't get this ball away. I'm switching players like mad. Oh, wow, he fooled me there. Real Madrid is still on it. What the hell am I looking at? Vinicius. Is that Vinicius? Oh, wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calma, calma. Real still on it. 90th minute now. This could be the win for our team. Real Madrid had their chances. They're not taking them. Oh, of course. They take the clean sheet away at the end. Oh, no, it's offside. The flag's up. Camavinga was offside. Yes. So at the end, they come in with some big attacks there, but it's not good enough. And now Kamara gets to lift the tie. Oh, hold on. Hold on. What am I doing? There we go. Come on, Caleta. That's it. We have won the Champions League. A young Arsene Wenger comes into the club, takes over Arsenal again, kicks out every single player, says, this is my plan. We're following the transfers I've made in the past. And that is how we're going to win it. And that is how we have won it in the end. The lads have performed to a top level in this Champions League final. My standouts are definitely the likes of Moise Kean, the likes of Kamara in this team that I enjoyed a lot. Barella was quality as well. Oshish, sadly, just that low pace on the wings is not ideal. So you want to have him as a center attacking midfielder instead, really. But this is it. The big trophy, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this because I had an amazing time with this concept. There's a lot of like research going into it and like actual work that we have to go through in order to do this rebuild rather than just going ahead and doing whatever we want. But Kamara lifts it up. That's it, my friends. The Arsenal rebuild is complete and I enjoyed it very much. A young Wenger has come in and done his job once again for Arsenal. This time, though, we lift a European trophy. Have a good one, guys. I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Take care and peace.